For many in Washington, the waiting is the hardest part, as many wonder if Congress will reach a compromise by September 30th. When the government shut down the last time in the mid-1990s, veteran services were not cut, but some were cut back. A concerning prospect for military veteran Russell Myers, who now represents the American Legion.
Anytime you're talking about a government benefit, a mandatory spending, that the people that depend on it, anytime it doesn't come, impacts their lives.
Other people's lives would be affected as well, with those considered non-essential facing furlough. While Social Security payments would come, new claims may not be processed, and payments could be delayed. National parks and museums would be closed, and housing and student loan applications may not be processed. Laura Brown is the program director at George Washington University's Graduate School of Political Management. She says who stays and who stays home has already been determined by the Office of Management and Budget.
We go through this to a certain extent when we have snow days in Washington, D.C., right? Non-essential employees are not required to show up to their work. Most of these kinds of decisions have already been kind of written into law.
The technical term is those necessary for the protection of life and property. Food inspections, border patrol, national security, and air traffic control would remain, as would U.S. Postal Services and most veteran services. So as you can see, the term shutdown only applies to certain aspects of government. To others, it's more of a slowdown. But what's really unfolding here in Washington this week is the stage is being set for a much larger debate over the debt ceiling and whether members of Congress will allow this country to default. Brown says the prospect of it is a reminder of the major lesson that lawmakers still don't seem to have learned.
The public likes them most when they hear about them least.
In Washington, I'm Christine Frizzell reporting.